the Chief Minister of Goa, who also is a doctor, to sack such irresponsible ministers who doesn't know their limits. Rane has to be sacked immediately. He has to be booked under section 504, under section 332, under section 141, 143 of the IPC. Vishwajit Rane should make a public apology in GMC, in front of the doctors, the way he humiliated them. I had told the Chief Minister to immediately admit him in the nearest IPHB center and examine him. And I believe that no media was present yesterday. As per my sources, I have come to know that was his personal media guy who actually shoot the entire video and circulate it in media. You should have had the guts to come out to GMC, call all the doctors, make them sit on the chair, and he should have stood and apologized. He should have removed a video in front of the doctors saying that I'm sorry, it was my mistake. Putting a tweet will not solve the problem. And yesterday we saw the erratic behavior of the Health Minister of Goa, Vishwajit Rane. We condemn the act of the minister because the way he entered the Goa Medical College and the way he abused the doctor, humiliated the doctor, threatened the doctor, and without any powers, irresponsibly, he said that I'm suspending you, is a condemnable act. We demand the Chief Minister of Goa, who also is a doctor, to sack such irresponsible ministers who doesn't know their limits, who doesn't know their powers, who doesn't know how to behave to a doctor. Doctors are doing a noble cause to humanity today. We saw during COVID time how they put their lives in risk, put their families in risk, and they served the humanity across the world. So I think the kind of stress, the kind of efforts doctors are taking today, we need to salute them. We say that doctors are like God, and such kind of behavior on doctor fraternity in Goa we will not tolerate. We demand the Chief Minister that Vishwajit Rane has to be sacked immediately. He has to be booked under section 504, under section 332, under section 141, 143 of the IPC, and a strict action has to be taken. Vishwajit Rane should make a public apology in GMC, in front of the doctors, the way he humiliated them. I think all the association across country, if you see the Indian Medical Association, the Federation of All India Medical Association have written to the Prime Minister, to the Chief Minister. They have given deadlines of 72 hours. If the government failed to take action on this so-called irresponsible minister who doesn't obey or doesn't protect the rights of doctors, Congress party will, if required, will come on roads tomorrow. Whatever has to be done in support of doctors, will stand by them.
You have tweeted yesterday and you mentioned about it. Is this a IPHB case? Can you tell me what made you say that?
If you see, this is a crony behavior of the minister. It's not the first case where he just barges into the hospital with cameramen, with his photographers, and he starts speaking English, and then he doesn't allow the doctors to speak. If you see yesterday incident, he's asking the doctor to put his hands out of the pocket. He's telling, remove your mask, I want to see your face. I mean, he is no other than less than a movie character. I think Vishwajit Rane should step down and go and produce his own movies, because this guy is known for such repeated behavior. I would like to remind you, when he went in February in Mapsa Asilo Hospital, he had behaved in the same way. Last year 2023 we saw he went to the dental hospital. There he suspended two nurses, one Sonia Kerkar, Nikita Naik, same behavior. Mapsa we saw he said suspend two drivers. So he is known for such crony behaviors. So I think this is a classic case for the Chief Minister of Goa to study under IPHB. I had told the Chief Minister to immediately admit him in the nearest IPHB center and examine him. Why he is behaving so erratic?
There's one more violation we saw, because there was a video camera used inside the casualty, and
it's sad that today media is the fourth pillar of democracy, and media should know their restrictions, and I believe that no media was present yesterday. As per my sources, I have come to know that was his personal media guy who actually shoot the entire video and circulate it in media. I think there was no need. You cannot barge into an emergency ward and start videographing it. You see what the Prime Minister is doing. The Health Minister is following his footsteps. I mean, we saw the bridge which opened in Jammu Kashmir, and the way they have done all that dramatic visualization, videography. Same this guy is doing. So I think this is a trend of BJP, just to market themselves, just to, this has become like an event management company where they just come with cameramen, they will shoot, they'll make reels, and in real life, people are the sufferers. Today, Goans are dying. There's a collapse of health infrastructure in the state of Goa. You go to any health center today, there are no medicine, there are no safety gadgets, there are no instruments. You go to ambulances drivers are not there, ambulances are not maintained. So the basic concept of health infrastructure in Goa has collapsed. Now to overshadow it, they do such kind of dramatic videography where they say that I barge in, I take actions. He has no purview, he has no powers to sack any of the employee. There has to be a due procedure which has to be followed, where a memo has to be issued, a SOCOS has to be issued, the person has to be heard, and under the civil service manual, there are directions, there is public health department who will then take the action. Who is this guy to take just erratic decisions, asking him, suspending a doctor who is on duty in an emergency ward, and what's the fault? What is the charge about? Today we saw a tweet from the health minister mentioning that patient had come for an injection of B12. I want to ask the health minister and the chief minister of Goa that a Goan to take a B12 injection needs to go to an emergency ward of the Goa Medical College. So this shows the complete collapse of health administration across Goa. A B12 injection could be taken in any of the primary health center or the urban health center or any of the ward in GMC. Why you had to go to emergency ward? Emergency ward is specifically for emergency cases. If there is an accident case, if there is an heart attack case, if there is an brain stroke case, if there is some emergency, the patient has to be taken to emergency ward.
Lastly, what's your response to the clarification given by Vishwajit Rane on a whole?
So there is no clarification what he has given. Putting out a tweet in late hours of the day is not acceptable, because today you hold a cabinet berth. You are the minister for that department. You should have had the guts to come out to GMC, call all the doctors, make them sit on the chair, and he should have stood and apologized. He should have removed a video in front of the doctors saying that I'm sorry, it was my mistake. Putting a tweet will not solve the problem. And in that tweet also is mentioning that whatever action I'm going to take on that Dr. Rudresh, I'm not going to apologize. So that shows the arrogance. That shows the ego of this minister. There's so much of arrogance in these BJP MLAs, ministers, chief minister, that they feel that they own, and all these government servants are slave of this BJP government.
Thank you so much.
Please like, share, subscribe to Alert Goans.